Okay, unmuted. Hello.
All right, are we back?
We are back. We are on the screen, bright and clear, nice and easy. A random Andrew event just came up on the screen. Oh, dun.
You just ran.
What is that sound? What is that? Andrew, what are we fucking doing here?
We are doing, so this is a live Pokemon tournament. What we're doing is wacky formats in, what do we call it? Oh boy, that just got really loud. Let me mute this real quick because my competitor just accepted their battle request.
They all warned us how loud Pokemon Showdown was.
It is very loud. We are doing random Pokemon battles. We are doing the epitome of randomness. This is going to be a challenge using the what is this called? The Volturn Mayhem Random Battle. It does fit into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme. You are absolutely right. This is a Pokemon battle where the thing that happens is, I don't know if you know this, Riley, but the chat might. There are a couple moves in Pokemon called that Volt Switch is one of them. U-turn is another one, where what the move does is you hit your opponent and then your guy bounces, right?
Yeah. I know that.
Every move that hits does that in this format.
Oh, so you hit and then you get out of the fucking screen.
Exactly. Every attack is a U-turn here.
That's fucking wild. Holy shit. I guess I didn't know what we were doing here.
Yeah, so we're about to go live with Fleur versus Marn. Do you want to hit us with a couple promos first?
I do. I asked everyone to give me a little bit of a heads up to, hey, what do you want to do here? What message do you want to send your opponent? And I got some answers. So let me actually go directly to these answers and let them speak for themselves.
Engler's my favorite Pokemon, so this has been incredible so far.
Yeah. All right. Fleur coming in hot, and then Marn coming in next.
Incredible.
Same as it ever was.
Incredible. Marn's out here flexing with the fact that she got a triple protect off once.
Oh, outstanding. Holy shit. Andrew, are you ready to call this matchup?
I'm ready. I'm very excited. Are you ready to get this going?
I absolutely am. I'm going to lean on you for the play-by-play commentary, and I will offer color. We have Marn on the left. We have Fleur on the right. And
I need you to send me the battle if we're going to do that. I realize.
Oh, is it not?
I'm seeing it on Twitch channel. Which
are you not? Open up the Pokemon tournament channel, and they're all posting their links. They're all posting their links.
All right, I'm sorry for the delay.
Do not worry. The chat is understanding, and we shot frog fractions. So,
all right.
You can mute it. You can mute.
Okay, it's already muted. We are good to go. All right, we are ready to battle. If you want to kick us off.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's battle.
That was also incredibly loud. We're starting off with a Magearna versus Crocodile. Here's the deal. Right now, Crocodile's faster than Magearna, which means that it will hit first and then swap out. Marn's plan with Magearna can't count on the fact that it does have a strong matchup by being a fairy type against Crocodile's dark type. And it just goes down to an earthquake. Crocodile's really good in this format. It has an ability called Intimidate, which means that it enters the field and lowers the opposing Pokemon's attack. What that means is that now that Crocodile is hit, when it swaps out, if it gets swapped back in, it will lower the attack immediately.
God damn.
So right now we've got a kill with Crocodile and then a swap out to Ledian.
All right.
A little bug.
Swampert, baby!
Marn's here with a Swampert to fight this Ledian. I think this is a good matchup.
Listen, we got Toxic on the board. We got a Badly Poison. Badly Poison always hits me in a weird way because Poison is one of those effects that, has different layers, and I always forget that. Toxic hits harder. Am I right about that?
So Toxic is a little weird. I might have the math and the numbers a little wrong on this. Regular Poison always does like 1/8 per turn, right?
Yeah.
Toxic's a little different. It does 1/16 on the first turn. Mm-hmm. After that, it goes to 1/8. Then it goes to, I want to say 1/4. Then, like it goes incrementally like that.
Yeah.
So they both use Toxic on each other and swapped out. So we've got a poisoned Swampert in the back and a poisoned Lantern here in the front. We've got Lantern facing off with Empoleon. They're both water types. But the steel in Empoleon resists the water moves, but not these electric moves. Lantern hits with a pretty redundant Volt Switch. It was going to swap out anyways, but that's the electric move we're moving. It gets back into Ledian, and Empoleon hits with another Toxic. Marn's sitting here with a very toxic group of Pokemon.
Marn has been canceled for toxic behavior on the Pokemon battlefield.
One other thing that we should also point out, in addition to just having these random, these moves that keep swapping things out, these Pokemon are all randomized for each player as well. Nobody picked the Pokemon they were bringing into battle today.
Everyone's Pokemon. It's like a tarot deck that has been drawn on them to read them as people.
Exactly.
We haven't seen 2 Pokemon out of Marns. We haven't seen 3 Pokemon out of Flores. One of Marns is down, and it's just a party right now.
Yeah.
It feels like it's anyone's game. Can you feeling from your gut? Who do you support?
So right now, Marn's a Pokemon down. They also have 2 hidden Pokemon, while Fleur has 3 hidden Pokemon. I'm going to be real with you. I don't know how important the advantage of hidden Pokemon is in a format like this.
Fair.
But so far, it has looked like Fleur's Pokemon have matched up a little stronger against Marn's than Marn's have against Fleur's. And, we're getting off some Toxics. Fleur got off a light screen, which means that their Pokemon are a little protected more than Marn's are right now. I don't
Does that matter if Marn's throwing out status effects at this level though? Like, is the light screen going to provide a benefit when Marn is mainly relying on just fucking poisoning motherfuckers?
Well, I'm going to hit you with the fact that I'm going to go one level deeper in that because this light screen's up, it's kind of forced Marn into doing that instead of doing things that hit for damage. So while Fleur can hit stronger and a powerful Flare Blitz.
Oh, that's vicious.
Tapu Lele leaves as soon as they enter.
Tapu Lele leave.
They came in, set the field to psychic terrain, and then said, "I'm out of here."
Oh, so now we're on that beautiful blacklight poster that your best friend's older brother has while you're smoking weed in the basement. And Fleur still has a hidden Pokemon. Marn, what are they gonna fucking do? They have 4 Pokemon left, and Empoleon's nearly fucking beefed it.
Marn was the unfortunate victim of a critical hit on that last turn. And again, we're seeing Parasect out against this Arbok. This is again where Marn's Pokemon are just not lining up very well. Oh, these have been one-shots after one-shots. This is a tough match.
Oh, it's rough. It's rough. It is. Is it going to be a stomp? Is it going to be a full-fledged beatdown? And we're not going to see the end of it.
Luckily for Marn, she does have an Empoleon in the battlefield, which is immune to the poison type moves of Arbok. But again, it swaps out every turn, so there's no. You can't really swap in and worry about.
Already in the red, Andrew.
It's 14. Already... Yeah, absolutely. 14% HP left. It's hit hard and not feeling very great.
All right. Hidden power. Almost another clear out. Is the Toxic gonna finish the job here?
Almost. Now, that was hidden power. I'm curious if we can figure out what type of move it is. My gut says it might have been a grass type hidden power, but who could say for sure?
All right, we got some leftovers. Swampert's still in this. Fleur hasn't even revealed their last Pokemon. What the fuck is happening?
We've got a hidden Pokemon on either side of the field.
That's true. That's true. But
it's a little optimistic to say it's anyone's game. But Marn's got a Raichu, a surfing Raichu, Surge Surfer.
That's a fairy electric type, right?
It is psychic electric. Hits with a Thunderbolt, it's going to swap out into Empoleon. This is probably... I was going to say it might be a sack, but with that steel typing, it's able to resist and stay standing in the face of this Ledian, which is swapping out. Unfortunately for Marn, Fleur has, just full range of Pokemon that they can swap into. Including...
the thing I like about Empoleon is that Empoleon does have so many fucking strengths. You know what I mean? Empoleon's got so many resistances. I respect it so much. I respect the fucking energy that motherfucker brings, even though they did just beef it and die.
Now, we do have an interesting conversation in the chat. Haunting the Morgue asked, is Dynamax allowed? Dynamax is allowed in this format, but the problem is you'll Dynamax your Pokemon, you'll get off one big shot, and then your Pokemon swaps out.
You just need a hit. You just need a hit once.
But it's, not going to give you the full range that doubling your Pokemon's HP normally gives you with Dynamaxing.
All right, what is Marn thinking? Going in Marn's head, Swampert and Raichu. Those are the two options here. Neither one is good. I hope they pick Swampert. They did. Toxic is still here, so they could be cleared out after this fucking hit. You just gotta swing, and it's not
Flare
fast
Blitz
enough.
Resisted, but with 7% of your HP left.
Whew.
And we got a Tapu Lele on the other side of the field as well.
Oh, come on. That's not even fair to show now. That's just cruelty. Oh my god. We got Z. Oh, we gonna see a Z move? Stoked Sparks.
Stoked.
Stoked.
That's a move.
Surfer.
Stoked Spark Surfer.
That's certainly a move.
Now, one of the things, Marn has chosen to wait until their last Pokemon to Dynamax. Oh, did they? Maybe not. It's a Z move, not a Dynamax.
Yep. It was a Z move, and so right now we're in a struggled bit where Raichu has a bit extra special attack, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to work through all 6 of Fleur's Pokemon.
It's an interesting spot for Marn to be in, where she gets to keep her Pokemon in and gets to make choices every turn about what they want to battle with, but Fleur's Pokemon swapped it each time, and boy, that was a tough battle. But Marn goes down.
Oh Christ, that was rough to watch, Andrew. That brought me physical pain to see Marn get beaten into the dirt quite so badly. I love my friend. To see them hurt like this.
It's a real beatdown. And you know what? What do we want from Pokemon if not these powerful slugfests?
Absolutely. We have next up another matchup coming up hot right now. And that's going to be Jeff and Constellation. I have a promo from them. Andrew, would you mind if I shared it with you?
You know what?
The promo?
By all means, go right ahead.
Yeah, here we go. Cutting on. Right. Am I going to cut on right now? Turn it on and boop.
But are you prepared to be the champion of this bracket? Because I don't think you are.
Oof. Let me restart that.
I'm not hearing this on Twitch, Riley.
Nope. That's bullshit. One more second.
They have a sword.
They have a sword. They have a sword.
But are you prepared to be the champion of this bracket?
You should hear this now.
I don't think you are. When you were studying audio editing, you should have been studying the blade. When we meet face to face, trainer.
This is still very quiet.
Friday, at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/Moonshot Network. I'm going to be the one to come out victorious. Square up.
Look, if Mr. Mercer wants an appearance with me, he knows my rate. Excuse me, I do need to take this.
Hello! Show again for
Jeff Stormer here, award-winning podcaster, game designer, professional wrestling commentator, eggnog enthusiast, game show host. The list continues. Listen, I've been asked to give my feelings on this little tournament and answer if I'm worried about the tournament. And my answer is, why would I be? Is there a murderer's row of talent ahead of me? Of course there is. There's some of the greatest names in gaming today. But for you, I ask one question. What have I ever not excelled at? I am a winner, and I win things. It's what I do.
One of the best parts is Chris finished this promo
I'm not
and said,
taking
I hate
this
that Jeff is
seriously.
good at
You don't
promos.
know who you're fucking with. This game is my life. This game is my childhood. I have been playing Street Fighter for longer than I can walk, and if you think for 1 second that... Hold on. What the fuck is a Pokemon?
Jeff Stormer.
All
You
right.
might be the world champion.
I'm cutting that off. I'm pulling us back in. Andrew, we are about to have another matchup here. Another beautiful matchup between our friends, our enemies. And we have them on screen right now. Jeff Stormer on the left.
It looks like
Constellation on the right.
we are kicking things off. Jeff Stormer's got a steel dog here with Cobalion. Steel fighting type, one of the not legendary dogs, the musketeer dogs. What do you call this cycle of Pokemon?
That's the Three Musketeers.
And on the other side, we've got Goodra here. A little goopy Pokemon. My wife's favorite Pokemon, actually.
Goopy little guy. Cobalion opening with a close combat, knocking off 50% of the health right away. Incredible work. Lowering that defense and special defense. Is that too risky of a move right now?
So not at all. In this format, close combat is actually incredibly powerful because they use it, they drop their own stats, and then they swap out to a different Pokemon. When Cobalion comes back on the field, they're going to have all their stats back up. Close combat's incredibly powerful in this format in a way that it's always strong, but boy is it stronger here. And we are followed up. Ooh, a Rayquaza that dodges an earthquake. This is a powerful turn one.
I am so impressed simply because if you think about it, if you're looking at the broader scheme, Jeff has swung with 2 legendaries back to back, and now the only thing that's pausing him is I have to imagine he doesn't know Pokemon typing. And so he's trying to look at that little book and figure out, okay, who comes next? Which of these little guys do I put in next? The levels are not randomized, are they?
So they're not randomized. They're like set to be equalized. So stronger Pokemon are going to be at a bit of a low. Oh, they're randomized?
Oh, they are randomized.
I could have sworn that they were kind of lowered, like adjusted based on how strong a Pokemon is. So that if a really strong Pokemon will be a bit of a lower level, and then a higher level Pokemon they're not randomized. Okay.
Okay.
Right now we got a Mudsdale against a Manectric. Now Mudsdale's going to be immune to any electric type moves that Manectric throws at it, being a ground type. And it looks like El was able to preserve the Goodra. I missed the last turn as I was dealing with the levels things. Okay, levels are what I was describing. I love it when chat tells me that I'm right. In the meantime, we got a team Cobalion, Rayquaza, and Manectric here has taken a strong hit.
Yeah,
you know
I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen here. Rayquaza back out. That's kind of the move.
Goes for the swap, but El doesn't care. El used a heavy slam. Maybe, I don't know if El was anticipating that this was going to happen, but we've got more. We've seen 6 Pokemon so far. 50% of them have been dragon types. We got Salamence on the field. Now, Salamence, known for its speed, one of the few dragons faster than Rayquaza, but it misses its dual wing beat, only to get hit by a Dragon Ascent. Dragon Ascent, another one of those moves that lowers all of your stats. What would be a liability is just a very powerful thing.
You gotta hate a missed move. It always makes me feel so bad because it's just, what am I supposed to do here? How am I supposed to handle this? It breaks my heart every time to see it happen. 'Cause it happens to good players.
Absolutely. Happens to Jeff too sometimes.
Happens to Jeff too. Again, I said happens to good players.
Salamence, in the metagame, Salamence does have one of the better tummies around. If you want something rubbable, Salamence is a very good Pokemon to choose.
Salamence got the tummy that you are looking for.
All right, Tentacruel's healing a little bit with the Black Sludge. That's a nice item, but something you want to see on a Pokemon that kind of sits and plants down. The problem is in a match like this, you just don't really get that opportunity very often.
And this is our second Tapu as well, which is interesting to me, just like the sheer numbers game, right? Like, I didn't expect to see this many Tapus out here on the field. Did you expect to see this many Tapus?
I did not, and I will say Jeff has done a very interesting move. Jeff used the move Toxic Spikes. What Toxic Spikes does is it sets what we call a hazard on the field. Every time a Pokemon gets sent out, they're going to get poisoned.
Ooh, that's really good for a format like this.
Exactly. Pokemon are changing in and out and in and out. Now, it looks like Slurpuff is not poisoned because it has the ability Sweet Veil. If I remember right, that kind of blocks status effects. So not as good as it normally is, but still pretty good. Oh, they're not going to get... Never mind, they're not going to get poisoned while Terrain is up. Misty Terrain does that. I will say, there's a lot of stuff I remember about Pokemon. Terrains, I can never remember what they do.
Terrains are not one of them.
I'm too old.
I've grown tired of your terrainy mess.
Tentacruel does have a tummy. I would not get my hands in there, though.
No, probably. He's just a little guy. He's just a little tummy.
So that Rayquaza back out. We get a Power Whip. It's a strong move, but doesn't do a lot of damage to Rayquaza. So off and back to Mudsdale.
This is a tighter battle than Marn versus Fleur. Marn versus Fleur felt like it was an adult knocking around a kid at a playground to get on the swings.
This feels this is much more of a back and forth.
No Pokemon's down yet, right?
No one has lost a Pokemon. It looks like Jeff's Pokemon have lost more HP overall. Ooh. L sends out a Stealth Rock. That's going to be another one of these entry hazards. Every time that a Pokemon swaps in, it's going to take a chunk of damage, and it's going to take it based on its resistance to rock types. So while a Pokemon like Cobalion swapping in wouldn't be hit too hard, a Pokemon like Rayquaza that's a flying type, that's going to take a chunk out of it.
And Manectric too, right? It's just going to start working around. Like, that is a very advanced, very good move.
Manectric isn't weak to rock, it's just neutral, but still, that's going to be 12% every time a Pokemon walks in.
Every team has had a Tapu.
Look, they made 4 of them and they ruined the game. What can we say?
Did they ruin the game?
Every team has had Tapu Fini. Am I wrong, or did they have Tapu Lele before?
The other two had Tapu Lele. These two have Tapu Fini.
Tapu Fini. Okay.
What is the math on this?
There's a lot of Pokemon in the game. I couldn't fathom to do the math on 4 different players having a Tapu.
Yeah, well, I can't count, so I'm also not going to start doing the math. All right, Tentacruel holding on at that 2% right now. Can it do something?
Lissamina's in the chat says Tapu the morning to ya, haha. Leave the jokes to us, thank you very much. We're professionals.
Please send me $5 for that joke. Top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning. Let's get this shit.
Tentacruel uses Rapid Spin, knocking the stones away from around it. L's gonna have to reset those hazards if they want to get the full value out of it.
Does Jeff know how to play Pokemon?
I'm worried that Jeff might be using an advanced technique of reading their Pokemon's moves.
Why would you do that?
I know that you're not used to it, but it is an advanced technique of learning what your Pokemon can do.
I never passed the Pokemon tuning exams. You know this.
We did a Nuzlocke together. I know where your strengths lie in Pokemon.
Mudsdale has leftovers equipped. Am I right about that? Do I keep seeing its health going up?
Let's see. It looks like Mudsdale, does have leftovers. It's a tanky lad. It has the ability Stamina, which means if it stays in, its defense keeps going up every turn.
Holy shit. So it feels so neck and neck. Those Stealth Rocks are reset. We got 2 different leftover boosts. I kind of am rooting for Mudsdale to just keep beefing, to keep getting strong over there.
Jeff has been making some strong plays, but I will say his Pokemon have all taken a good chunk. Well, never mind. That's not as true anymore.
Oh, I was gonna say, Mudsdale holds on.
Mudsdale holds on with that Stamina.
That's Stamina extremely
beefing up the defense. Guess it didn't really matter there. And a heavy slam into Cobalion. It's not going to be super effective, and it is going to swap out Mudsdale.
That's
now,
good. Buzzwole!
Buzzwole, everyone's favorite fighter.
Look at this big, strong man. He's got it. He's not poisoned specifically. Stealth Rock is in play.
Stealth Rocks is in play on Jeff's side of the field. Toxic Spikes is in play on L's side of the field, and we are no longer in terrain. So until a Tapu comes out, we're gonna see some poison. Slurpuff has toxic damage. It just its next turn. It's gonna take 6% damage. Then it looks like it's gonna take 12.
I think in my heart, I feel like Constellation is going to lose this war of attrition here. They're going back and forth and back and forth. And eventually something's got to give. And unfortunately, I think the defense is going to give before the offense. Never mind, Tentacruel, the first death in this matchup, dying by entry.
Mm-hmm.
Heartbreak.
Now, you have to wonder, did Jeff know that was going to happen and think that he could use the swap out to get to a more strategic advantage? Or was that just a mistake? Tricky reads like this, you never know.
I assume Jeff got too excited, thinking, I'm going to get rid of those fucking rocks. And instead, they got rid of their Pokemon. One
thing that it does do is it does cause... it causes Slurpuff to take another turn's worth of damage from Toxic, I believe. So there is a bit. Ooh, Dragon Ascent gets a critical hit on Tapu Fini.
We're cooking now. It is 5-5. This is a knockout, drag out fight. And that does trigger Misty Terrain though, which is a negative for Jeff, right?
So yeah, they sent out Tapu Fini in order to reset the terrain, and now Pokemon will no longer get toxic data things, essentially.
Mm-hmm. But is the damage already done?
I don't know. The toxic on Slurpuff is tough. Mm-hmm. I am a little worried.
Rayquaza is back out. Airlock dodges the spikes.
Oh, so it does. I was wrong before. And I think that I said Slurpuff having toxic was bad. I believe that due to its ability, it doesn't take damage from toxic. Maybe I'm misreading something. I'm gonna Google, what does Sweet Veil do?
Jeff is beginning to make work. Unless L can keep this neck and neck, can take one of their own. Take one as their own. It ain't gonna play out. I'm rooting for you, Constellation. I'm rooting for you. Tapu Fini back out here. Took some damage. Ate some food. Buzzwole back out here. Not poisoned specifically, which is exciting. One layer of Toxic Voice is better in this format than two, because Toxic ramping up over multiple turns meaning that turn one does less damage than normal poison.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. All right, close combat again.
Yeah,
not very effective.
Rayquaza might have boots. I don't see an item on the Pokemon, which might just mean that it hasn't been revealed to us yet as spectators. Moonblast takes Salamence down, and it seems like this might be Jeff's ballgame. L is left with 3 Pokemon at pretty low HP. Meanwhile, Jeff has 4 left that are revealed, and 1 that has not seen the light of day.
What do you think it has to be?
Fresh Pokemon in the background. We get that Slurpuff back in the game.
Slurpuff is on what, level 3 of Toxic?
So it resets every time that it swaps back in.
I see.
The good news is it's only taking the weakest type of poison that it can get every turn.
Here we go. Vileplume is Jeff's final Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Brought out now against Mudsdale, who just got toxic. This is the last turn for Mudsdale.
It heals a little bit based off of it, so it's back. It healed a bit and is back to this. Now,
those leftovers keep it alive.
Mudsdale's pretty slow, so there's a decent chance that Vileplume is going to be faster than Mudsdale.
Yeah,
and it was. Giga Drain takes out
anyway.
The horse. Oh, I think this match might be over.
Yeah. Constellation putting up a hell of a fight, but it's just ain't enough against this team. Slurpuff back out again. All right, Dynamax. Oh, we're seeing a Dynamax.
That is a big Slurpuff.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, the biggest puff.
Come on, let's see a big Slurpee hit. Let's see a big Slurpee hit. Bring it down. Bring it down.
I will say, Jeff has done a very good job this game of using this Cobalion as a pivot. It is, it's a Pokemon that is, it is resistant to the rocks that come into the field, and when it's on the field, it can just keep launching close combats after close combats. I think that Jeff has been using it incredibly well as a pivot, and for a game in which we saw Rayquazas and Goodras and Salmenses, I think that this Cobalion's been an MVP. It's going down here.
I don't know if it went down fast enough, unless Buzzwole can put the team on their fucking back, which is possible. We could see a comeback.
Buzzwole has Beast Boost, which means that every time it knocks out a Pokemon, its attack goes up by 1 stage. So there is a chance that we see a sweep with this Buzzwole. It is already up and down to a Thunderbolt. Down to a Thunderbolt.
Damn.
Oh,
damn.
Boy.
Great match. Great match.
Oh, the threatened clutch sweep with that Buzzwole was too sweet. And it goes down to Manectric. What a wonderful match. This has been an incredible match of Pokemon.
Now, Andrew, next up, I believe you need to leave your seat. Am I right about that?
Do I need to leave my seat?
You need to leave your seat, buddy.
Okay, well, I'm not leaving the seat. So what would you like me to do?
I'm just going to turn off your camera.
All right. Do you want me to commentate my own match?
No. I've got your match. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, baby Boobell. I got you.
All right. Well, then I will see you soon.
Yeah, absolutely. If I click hide guest, you're gone. Gamers, it's just me right now. I brought Andrew and Nessa up on the stream, but first we got to see some promos. So I'm going to transition over to there.
It's Andrew, the guy that you just saw up in the booth. Now I'm down here because I'm here to do 4 things. Round 1, I'm here to play my ass off. Round 2, I'm here to play my ass off. Round 3, I'm here to play my ass off. And in the finals, I am here to play my ass off. So I hope you all are here supporting me, both as I play my ass off in these games and after the stream, as I recover from my post-ass reconstruction surgery. I'm gonna need all the help I can get, for both counts.
Hello, I'm Nessa. I am neither flirty, 30, nor fun, and I will be going up against our announcer, Andrew. I know, crazy. Andrew has almost 30 tweets talking about Pokemon, whereas I only have 10, and most of them are talking about Pokemon Go. Andrew is more experienced than me, but I love the sound of my own voice, and if I beat him, I get to keep talking. So, who will win?
Hey there.
My power move is to simply list my opponent's tweets. It's so fucking funny. Wheels, hello, my homie. How are you doing in the chat with me today?
What's up, Riley? I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. I have Nessa and Andrew's fight up. Are you ready to commentate this bad boy with me?
Give me a minute. I just gotta get that link of Rooney. Where's that one?
Gotcha. That is going to be the next link posted in the chat. Bop, 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 right there.
Got you. Great.
All right. And we haven't seen you play yet today. I hope you do great. But until then, let us see Andrew and Nessa battle.
With my luck, I won't do great. But, boy, we've got monkey arm warmers out already.
So, yes, Mr. Sandstorm is here and ready to party. And Flareon on the other side.
Zarude!
Let's go. Bring it in. I've sent them the fucking ding.
I won't keep doing this. Have we not seen turn 1 yet? Are we still waiting?
We have not seen turn 1 yet. We did right now. Opening with a Dynamax. Nessa hits with a maximum darkness.
We have a giant Primeape right off the bat. Wow, Flare Blitz Recoil takes out the Flareon, but that does take out a lot of damage from Dynamax. The big Zarude does have increased HP, so Still a lot of damage that the Flareon is able to get, even though it loses.
That's almost a professional move, right? To try to keep your Zarude alive, so you just have to hit the fucking Dynamax right out the gate. And then we have Nihilego.
I'm curious why Zarude Sandstorm hasn't switched out.
I think Andrew's picking the switch out right now.
I see. Got you. Yeah, no. So then, in that case, that was a pretty choice pick there to do the Dynamax, because I'm not sure it would have survived the Flare Blitz without it.
And now we have Gastrodon East out here, my favorite local high school.
Oh, the rivalry between Gastrodon East and Gastrodon West, those high school football games get rough.
I do want people to know that I will be looking at Andrew's team, and if I will pick one of the Pokemon on his team that die, and I will erase them from Champs in the Making.
Before we get too much into the bits, that Grass Knot from Nihilego is real choice on Gastrodon, given that it is 4 times weak to grass. So being able to get that in while Gastrodon is on the field is real tough, because Gastrodon's whole thing is having a lot of HP generally. So,
well, is Gastrodon a heavy Pokemon? Because that's a move that gets stronger with the heavier Pokemon, right?
It is, yeah. I'm not sure. It is. Grass Knot does get stronger if the target is heavier. Although I don't know. I don't have Gastrodon's weight memorized. It's been a few years since I was really in the game. Bronzong, this Pokemon, is very heavy, although that's probably not going to be relevant because I doubt Shiinotic has any moves that are... Well, yeah, I guess it could have Grass Knot, but that would be resisted by Bronzong anyway.
All right, we got a Toxic out there. I'm seeing a lot of these poison moves. And listen, Wheels, I'm not someone who plays with poison often. So I was seeing all this, I'm just like, what is happening to kids today using status effects instead of just good old-fashioned hits?
You know, it's especially these entry hazards, right? These toxic spikes that we have one layer of on, let's see, whose side is that? On
That's
Nessa's
Andrew's side.
Well, no, so...
Nessa's side. Yeah, you're right.
Andrew placed them on Nessa's side, right? And so those entry hazards are going to be really, as mentioned in that last match, those entry hazards are going to be really important for the outcomes. Although, maybe not in this case, because Nessa has... a poison-type Pokemon, I believe, if I'm... Oh, no, sorry. Zarude is not a poison... I thought it looked like Nidoking from the small sprite. But if Nessa had a poison-type Pokemon, it could sit over those poison spikes and take them out. But it might not even be a problem, because between Bronzong levitating over them, Talonflame flying over them, it's at least not going to affect those two Pokemon.
I saw Andrew use Grass Knot on Talonflame, and do you think that's just a misplay, or did he have an idea there that just didn't fucking play out?
It's possible that Andrew thought that Nihilego was going to be slower than the Talonflame, and as a result, Andrew was expecting a different Pokemon to be the target of that Grass Knot than
That's fair.
Talonflame's pretty fast, but so is Nihilego. My cat is attacking my microphone right now, so if you hear sounds, I'll have to kick him out. Vacate for a bit here.
No. He can hang out.
You want to say hi to the streamer here? No, he doesn't. All right, where are we looking? Sorry, I was looking at my cat.
No, don't worry.
Oh, we've got
Leech Seed.
Boy, I believe... Let's see. I believe the way that this format works is... Oh, it seems like there is a switch even after a move like Leech Seed. But it should stay on the field until the Pokemon affected by Leech Seed switches. So it seems like able to get at least a tick off of that effect.
Pinshurin has beefed it from Exploud. So we have two Pokemon down, one on each side now, and there's still two Pokemon that have not been really revealed on Andrew's side.
Did you say Pikachu? Was that on purpose?
I said Ugabachu as I sneeze, because I do say it is just a thing I actually do, and I have to live this life.
I thought you were doing a cute Pokemon thing where you said Pikachu, which I think you should start doing. That would be really cute.
Start sneezing and saying Pikachu. They would run me out of the EB games for that one. Fucking Dende out here. Thunderbolts. There's poison on the board. There's toxic on the board. Everything's going to shit. Oh, wow. Strength sap. I've never seen that move.
Yeah, I believe it. Boy, yeah, it's not a common one I'm used to. Or maybe it's a newer one, and that's why I don't know it. But it seems like it has decreased Bronzong's attack, and that's really the only effect here because of that that volt switching mechanic after every move. Anyway, wow, Sacred Flare is going to do a lot of damage to that Bronzong. But
Andrew hiding a legendary
also,
back there.
Not getting the burn proc on Sacred Fire, Andrew's not going to be happy about that. 50-50 on Sacred Fire, which is such a high percentage for a move, but sometimes 50-50 you still lose the coin flip. Ooh, Stealth Rock from Bronzong is going to be pretty choice here, given that Andrew has a lot of Pokemon yet that like, okay, I gotta kick out the cat, sorry!
Fire Blast, taking out Bronzong. It's getting rough out here for Nessa. I have faith that you could beat Andrew's ass. You got so much shit on the field. You've left so many things just out and about. You could do it. All your Pokemon are out there. Is this a motherfucker you can fuck up with Talonflame, maybe? Strength Sap broken in regular competitive Pokemon. Oh my god. It's tense out here. You missed a fucking Bronzong dead. We are getting Zarude Sandstorm back out here up against Shiinotic.
It's looking like Andrew has a bit of a lead here mounting, unless I'm misunderstanding kind of what the health totals are at. Just purely looking at what Pokemon are on live, it looks like advantage Andrew in this moment here.
And Andrew is just genuinely a good player, which is kind of the challenge when playing against him because he just is good at it.
Kind of unfair, honestly.
Honestly, coward shit.
I want to ask why that move is called Darkest Lariat. Like, is there a darker? Like, how did it get the superlative? Why does it sound like a Kingdom Hearts?
It sounds like a wrestling move, right? When we backyarded, my friend Lucy swung the lariat around, and so I can imagine her yelling "Darkest Lariat" and knocking someone down.
Lariat is some sort of like pugilistic, some sort of like fighting term, yeah.
It's just you run with your arm out real fucking hard.
Okay.
You just go ah.
Hey, if it works.
Listen, I'm not out here to argue against greatness, you know?
You don't want to be an asleep Pokemon in this. I'm only realizing this now. You super don't want to be asleep in this.
No, because that's like game the fuck over. That is like your life is ruined. The kids will beat you up. You're getting lit up in the retweets if you're asleep.
You're getting a lot of quote retweets that are not saying a lot of kind things about you, and that is
absolutely not. Oh my god! So we're still neck and neck here, frankly. Like, and here we go, another legendary, another fiery legendary, Solgaleo out here on the fucking field. I can't imagine this goes well.
Do you say Deden or Dedenne? Also, how cute
I say Dende, because I look at a word and I truly just say the best approximation of it. My brain wants to give a shit about.
Sometimes you gotta lose a phoneme or two if you're gonna make it.
I call Link's horse Apano. I love to play the Ocarina of Time. Like, these are none of these.
I've heard you say that one, yeah. Ooh, right. Knockoff. Knockoff is a favorite move of mine. You love to make the opponent lose their held item.
I'm trying to figure if did they knock off leftovers?
Talonflame seems to have had heavy duty boots, which I have no idea what that one does.
Did some shit.
Ooh, Sludge Wave is gonna hit that fairy type to den for super effective.
We're at 3 versus 5 right now, unless Nessa can pull off a Buzzswole style revenge arc. Boots help you not take damage from hazards. Huge.
Special, yeah. It's unfortunate that looks like Andrew doesn't have any other entry hazards other than toxic spikes, which aren't going to hit Talonflame anyway, since they sit on the ground. But you might want that heavy-duty boot anyway, because Talonflame is super duper weak to Stealth Rocks. Takes 50% of its HP just switching in if Stealth Rocks are on the field. So
Gastrodon is out now. It is just Zarude and Talonflame. Zarude is not in a good spot as far as health goes.
I don't really see a way out here for Nessa. I mean, I could be surprised. Maybe there's some moves that I don't know. That's a lot of damage from the Power Whip, but Talonflame is out here, and I'm not sure Zarude has it in him to Sandstorm all the way through.
Yep. I mean, how low are all of Andrew's Pokemon's health at this point, though?
I think he's got enough. You know, it doesn't have to be. You know, Pokemon isn't about winning by the most health. You just gotta eke out the win.
That's true.
Win is a win. Doesn't matter. You know, there's no nobody's keeping stats after. You know.
Yep.
Doesn't matter how someone's Pokemon fantasy team is doing. It just matters at the end of the day if you win or you lose.
That's true. And also, you're not beating 100% Ho-Oh. That's not happening. It's just simply not.
I mean, I would be surprised if it happened, but I'm ready to call this thing for Andrew.
Yep. I am putting my hand to the screen. I'm believing in Nessa. I'm also believing in that we are at $1,205 right now, which means we are only $45 from reaching our super late night bracket tomorrow night, which we can talk about more later because Andrew Sherman has won the battle.
Yeah, I'm gonna bounce. Thanks for letting me sub in for this. This was great.
Thank you for joining me, and I would like to announce to everybody on this call, and let me kick Andrew back in here really quickly, get my host back in here. Andrew, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Ouch, oof my ass. I played it off.
You did great, sweetie. Top tier shit. Who are the two Pokemon? You lost Flareon and you lost Nihilego.
I lost Flareon. I lost Flareon turn 1, and I said never again. And then I kept my gang alive.
I love that. I will, unfortunately, this does mean Flareon loses matchup 223, and Jellicent moves forward. So I have made that edit in the champ stock.
No, we're not killing people based off of my Pokemon. We'll kill one Pokemon on the final team.
Oh, I like that. One Pokemon on the final team. That's good. That's good.
Nobody look at the format for the finals. In the meantime, I do want to say, Morg, you were right. I did use Grass Knot because I thought they were going to swap to Gastrodon to get the effectiveness against Nihilego. I did not just goof him up and say, I don't know, Grass Knot, Riley.
Listen, it could have happened. I could have, I will always, give a potentiality that's out there in the world, a chance offering. But first, we are about to cut to Chris and Ken, and we have some promos. Can I share them with you?
Absolutely.
Transition.
For those who don't know who I am. I'm a co-founder of Moonshot, Chris Hutton. And when Chris Hutton talks, people listen. My opponent in the first round of the Pokemon Showdown is Ken, someone whose parents didn't love her enough to even give her a last name. But that was Ken's parents' mistake. Ken has made one of her own that I simply cannot abide. See, Ken likes to parade around on Twitter and make people think that being a clown is cool. I want to remind Ken and all her fans out there that being a clown is something to be embarrassed about. Yeah, I'm no stranger to having an alter ego. And why be a clown when you could be a beast? I am the 2-time tag team champion, Death Machine Rob Matter. So Ken, in the Pokemon Showdown at the Moon Landing, bring your big shoes and your red nose, bring your flowers with water in them, and bring your jingly hats. Because when it comes to whooping your ass in the Pokemon Showdown, I'll be there with bells on. Step up.
And then Ken's.
Who the hell are you?
Ken.
Huh, okay, Ken. Relax, guys, it's just Ken.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Ken. You may know me from Twitter and literally nowhere else. Tonight is going to be so much fun, and I'm so excited to battle it out with so many great people. However, to my first opponent, Chris Hutton, who is trying to act like he doesn't think clowns are cool, I think we both know you're not being entirely truthful. I challenge you, Chris. If I win tonight's match, I demand an apology on behalf of the entire clown community for your disregard for the truth and disparaging words. If you win, you get nothing. Sorry, this is an entirely one-sided bet. See you in the ring, Hutton.
For those.
Holy shit! Oh my god! And you did this! Oh, ding, ding, ding!
Hold it. We're not doing that. All right. Everyone listen up real quick.
Go play your
I
match.
have something important to say. Ken and I have agreed behind the scenes to a new bet to ante the stakes up here. The loser here in this matchup will take photos dressed like the winner and post them on twitter.com.
Okay, alright. Now we're cooking. Holy shit. Oh, ding, 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 ding. Start the fight.
Chris is starting this match with a legendary Reggie Drago, and they're gonna need it to recover from those promo battles.
Yeah, because they got Reggie Drago through the fucking dirt. Everyone came to play with these promos. Every promo is so imbued with their specific host's personality. It brings me so much joy. Oh, Christ. Holy shit. Fuck. Christ alive, dude.
Oh boy, I need to find the link to this match.
Chris just started with a move Palisand is immune to. Chris, you can't throw. You can't throw the match. I posted the link. Oh, Clink Clank is up.
A hammer arm that doesn't affect the ghost type versus a stealth rock. If nothing else, Ken has learned from these early matches, but that was a very good start to get these what do you call it, a hazard on the field. We got Gear Grind coming in, dealing some damage, followed up by a hammer arm into Scizor.
Mm-hmm.
Not super effective, but it deals some damage. Reggie Drago's going to go out, and we might see our first damage dealt by Stealth Rock. We have sand in the play. Okay.
Ooh, sandy weather. Where was Zarude when you need him?
Unfortunately for Chris, every Pokemon we've seen out of Ken so far is immune to sand damage, so this may be more detrimental to Chris than it is to Ken.
Chris wants to be a clown. We know this. We all respect it. We all see it. I support and love my friend. Oh, Dubwool out here. Look at this.
Dealing some damage to a little sheep. Swapping out for a Reshiram with that Turbo Blaze. Getting a Thunderous Aura on the field.
Really not getting anything in the way of damage or like momentum against Ken.
Longtime fans of our streaming events might know that Reshiram is related to Zekrom, who destroyed our party a couple times in our Nuzlocke. So a powerful group of dragons.
Go Galizopod.
Galizopod's interesting because its ability is that it will swap out if it is below half health, something that it would already have done in this format.
Is there a situation in which it swaps out and then it swaps in, gets hit with a Stealth Rock, and swaps out again?
So, I mean, it would get hit with Stealth Rock every time it comes into play. Now, what could happen is that it will attack, swap out. Later, it will swap in, get hit by a move, then swap out before it can attack. So,
what's going to happen is it's dead.
What's going to happen is that it's going to die.
Chris has the first blood on the field right now.
I want to give a quick shout out. We haven't been like super on top of it, but thank you for everyone that has subscribed to us so far with Twitch Prime. It means a lot. We've gotten a lot of Prime subscriptions, which means that we're stealing a lot of Jeff Bezos's money is my favorite way of looking at it. So thank you for folks that are subscribing. And everyone that has followed and everything. We've gained a lot of followers today, and it's very cool. So thank you all.
Yeah, holy shit. Thank you guys so much. Xatu is out. I love Xatu. Xatu's a little fucking guy.
I like Xatu. Comes in, takes a little bit of damage, but you know what? It heals a bit back up thanks to its leftovers. I don't know how well leftovers is going to compete against the Sandstorm and just taking damage as it enters and leaves, but you know what? It's here to party, and Palisand is here to join it. A lot of Palisand's ground moves are going to be negated by Xatu being a flying type, but we'll see what it's got in its back corner. It might throw out something big. It's a
Ooh,
ghost type, so being a ghost type is going to be strong against the psychic end of Xatu.
After this matchup, remind me, I have a reward incentive I need to fill because somebody did the $100 add a item to the inscription matchup, the inscription game tomorrow. So I have to showcase what that item is.
Okay. Rotom swapped out to a Rotom. They did get hit with a Shadow Ball. It looks like that Ghost Plan was the attempt. We're gonna take out gonna hit that Psychic type with a Ghost move. A bit thwarted by Rotom Fan coming out, loses its Ghost typing, so it's not super effective.
I'm so interested to see how this plays out right now because I don't know who I'm rooting for. Because Chris, one of my best friends, was in my wedding party. Watching him lose would be so funny to me.
Yeah, I heard the way you talked about me last round, so I get it.
I speak to my friends in a way where I want them to be fair. Uxie.
Ooh. Uxie's swapped in Uxie onto a Earthquake, so it was immune to that, and now Rhyperior's still in the field.
Rhyperior is. Uxie is probably what Chris is going to say after losing this match.
I will say it is wild that on the left side of the field, Chris here has the Gigalith, which has Sandstream, causing sorry, Wheels 1993. As a fellow Chris, you're just gonna have to suffer from success.
Dynamax!
Dynamax Max
Uxie.
Mindstorm.
A Booksy.
Now put up that psychic terrain. Prevent any whatchamacallums that might come their way. Status effects. What I was trying to get to is that Chris has the Gigalith that causes Sandstream, but it's randomized Pokemon, but 4 out of 6 of Ken's Pokemon are ground types, so they're immune to it. Or ground or steel or rock. And one of their other ones is dead, so almost their whole team benefits from being in the sand that Chris can make.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what decisions Chris is making because I can tell. We have a Dynamax double here, a big Sheepy.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised that these Pokemon have not swapped yet. I think I don't understand how Dynamax works in this format, so I'm just gonna let it ride.
I am fascinated. I wonder if they get the full Dynamax ability in there. If it's a way to lock your Pokemon in, because that's a good note if it is.
Well, I thought that Nessa's swapped out at the end of our last match, but I guess maybe it didn't. I'm not sure. But you know what? We're just gonna fight this out with a big goat and a little guy.
Do you think there's a real chance that they forgot to flag the match as the correct type?
I'm looking at the top, and it doesn't look. It looks. This is the same format. We have seen everything else behave correctly, so I wouldn't guess that.
Dynamax guys can't be forced to switch out.
So Dynamax Pokemon can be forced to swap. So they can if there's a weird interaction you can do that I've seen. There's a competitive teams built around giving Dynamax Pokemon eject buttons using a trick ability so that you give the opponent the thing and then make them swap out accidentally.
Andrew, can I tell you some very good news I just saw?
Hit me.
Good in very heavy air quotes. The movie Morbius has been greenlit for a sequel.
Oh, good. Another movie I won't see.
If you do memes, I need you to know they have a very negative effect on the world around you. This is why clowning is bad. Clowning is just as bad as morbing.
Don't be so rude to Ken. This is a clear rudeness in the chat. We got a certified clown here fighting with their Scizor out in the field.
Okay. I want to say we're still $45 away from hitting our next stretch goal. I'd love to be there. It would make me deeply happy. But this is another neck and neck fight. Like, neither of them are giving enough because they both have so much to lose on the line. Chris, his dignity. Ken
having
doesn't have anything to lose,
like
actually.
Chris.
Also dignity though. Why is Riley being a hater? I love being a hater. It makes me happy. Everyone needs a heel in their life.
I'm worried that chats matter that you're being mean to Morbius than they are that you're being mean to Chris.
Really? Chat, look at me.
Reshiram's back, bringing a blazing aura.
If someone donates $45 right now, I will tweet a GIF of all of Morbius on the Moonshot account.
No, you will not.
Or will I? Or will I?
Reshiram and Kling Klang are just
Chat?
staring at each other. If you could call
Good
it staring with Kling Klang.
It's still staring if I do this. Now, Reshiram is a fire Pokemon, right?
Reshiram is a dragon fire type, yes.
I need Chris to use a fire attack against the steel Pokemon. Or this one.
And it looks like they did it.
There we go. Ask and ye shall receive.
Scizor is 4 times weak to fire, so that I'm sure did not feel good for them.
The chat's really morbing it up out there, and we did pass our stretch goal.
Oh, hell yeah. Thank you for your donations. I cannot keep an eye on those while I'm in the middle of this, but thank you so much.
I've got it. Do not worry. We are now at 13:05, I believe. Let me refresh this bad boy.
13:05. We've now officially unlocked the late night block tomorrow night. We're going to be going till like, what, 1 a.m., 3 a.m.? How late's this thing going?
Yeah, but, you know, pretty fucking late at this point. I can't tell. Now, Andrew, I have a quick question for you.
What's up?
The way that Moonshot works, there are 3 people who have, like, the final say stamp on something, right?
Not in this case.
Because 2 of the final say stamp people said tweet all of Morbius on the Moonshot.
Well, one of us wants our network to survive, so... Gigalith trying to use superpower, forgetting that Palisand as a ghost type is immune to fighting moves.
Shaking my damn head. Chris,
You
head,
can't
game.
punch a ghost.
Chris is always swinging at ghosts out there, and it's frankly, I'll say it, it's embarrassing.
Reshiram swapping back in and getting hit with a Shadow Ball, taking a surprising chunk of damage from it.
Still standing, though. Still standing, still kicking.
Still standing in a pretty quick Pokemon, so we'll see what Palisand swaps into. But things could be a little rough for Reshiram.
Ooh, Rhyperior. That's just ground, baby. Am I right about that?
Rhyperior is a rock fire type. I'm sorry, rock ground.
Ooh, Roost.
Ooh, Reshiram uses Roost to heal up, and Rhyperior takes advantage of the fact that it lands and hits it with an Earthquake, which it is immune to, or which it is weak to as a fire type. You know, a few minutes ago, I was going to say that it looks like Ken's on the back foot, but I wonder if they've been able to turn a corner in this match. Chris has a lot of Pokemon, but they're all pretty low on HP.
Yeah, Palisand has been able to hold up, but I think Chris finally found a nick in the armor and is starting to swing at it.
Palisand is a bulky boy.
Oh, another one
down. Palisand is claimed 2 lives. It is adding more ghosts to the castle.
The W's are Palins up. Palisanding up.
That's the one.
Manic Volcano in chat brings up a very good point. 4 of Chris's Pokemon are immune to ground type moves.
That is true. I didn't think about that, but you're Yep. At least 2 of them are still alive.
We got our gamers thinking. They're pondering. Fucking ponderous out here.
Yeah, not immune to ghost, though.
Well, who among us is, you know?
Grizzy, this format is called Volturn Mayhem Random Battles.
Volturn Mayhem Random Battles. They're not immune to ghost, though. We're still fighting out here. If Chris can't take out this Palisand, it's game over. There's no fucking luck. You know what I mean?
For being made of sand, it is a brick wall.
I don't know what Chris is gonna do here. Because
Riley
has to do something.
Riley, you did say the words Among Us. I do need you to go sit in the shame corner for a few minutes.
But we're gonna be playing Among Us.
I don't think that's what you said. Yeah, you didn't say it in that context, though.
Oh, I play Among Us every Monday night. I have Meet Mondays. Among Us is a good game.
I don't doubt you.
It sounds like you do.
This has been a wild attrition game, and I have been saying that Man, you know, you asked me 5 minutes ago, I would have said that Chris had this one in the bag, but it looks
We
like
get disconnected.
this war of attrition. I was gonna say, Chris, I hope has not been disconnected because they're on my internet.
All right, yeah, you're still here, so give me 1 second as I get the chat back in cooking.
Okay. I'm still viewing. We've got Rotom against Rhyperior. Uxie's still up. Uxie swapped over to
We're back.
We're back. Okay. What happened? Uxie went out. Palisand healed itself. Uxie psychicked it and swapped to Regidrago. Palisand used Shadow Ball, took out the Regidrago, and now we are in this battle.
Let's see here. I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to turn on channel betting.
Oh, that is a smart call.
Because that would be fun. Set font size, no. Meter dashboard.
Chris swaps into Uxie, which eats a fire punch. I think that the war of attrition has just...
Yes, it just shifted. You can feel the electricity in the room is fucking different now.
It is attritioned. Attrished.
The war is attrished. Content, clips, stream manager, that's it. You're burning, it's ground. It's all ground, Chris.
Ground all the way down. This Palisand knocking them out one by one with Shadow Ball. This has been a masterclass in the slow game, I gotta say.
It's impressive. It really, really is. And Chris so close, now gonna have a silly little red nose and honking his way through Twitter. And I think that that's hilarious.
Chris dies without the support of a friend because Riley refuses to give it to them.
Hop into your tiny car and drive away, clown boy.
Fires up with Thunderbolt, but it is immune. And I assume that this Rotom is going to go down, like many of its friends, to a Shadow Ball.
I have to imagine. Right, got it. Boop.
Did you put up a poll for this match?
No, for the next match, because this match is spoken for.
I was gonna say, Riley.
Do you guys think Chris is gonna pull it out? The only thing Chris is gonna be pulling off is his wrestling gear to put on his clown shit.
And Ken the Jester wins this match and goes on to the next round.
Can I get a chorus of honks down in the chat?
Honks
right
in
now?
the chat. Oh, what a fight. Late in May, back in 2022, this reference got away from you. I remember what a fight. I'm going to go grab a little more coffee. I'll be right back.
Oh, God, that's fucking funny. Our next matchup, unless I am wrong, Danielle or Raven, I don't think either of y'all sent me a Chris yelling, "Stop honking!" in the chat. It's fucking funny. I'm too old to play Pokemon games. I hear Chris yell in the background.
Literally at the end there, it's like, there's nothing I can do to the sandcastle. And every ability was useless. I was just like, well,
Oh, God, that's fucking funny. No promo. This next matchup has no promos.
All
just
right, I just
serious
gave
business.
Chris a couple head pats and said, "It's okay, buddy. Things are gonna be all right."
I heard him crying from here.
It'll be okay.
All right, I'm just messaging.
Who do we got next?
Next up
got
is
Danielle
Raven
versus
and Danielle. Yes. I'm just grabbing the link, so I can bring that up. We're currently at 1350, which feels great. I am loving this. Thank you all for making the moon landings first stream, the Moonshot's first stream out here, a beautiful success so far, and we're only on the first of 3 days. Andrew, this Martin's
day
probably
one.
very important. You're gonna have to fight the clown next.
Bring it on.
You gotta get. Is the same bet up?
No, I don't have the. I don't have the wardrobe to pull it off.
That's true. That's true. That's true. All right. Next, so we are in the match. We have Danielle. We have we have our buddy Raven. This is going to be a wonderful. Danielle is from. I don't think we did a good job of introducing everyone from off network here. Danielle is from the wonderful Standing Stones Productions. You'll be seeing more of Standing Stones later this weekend as we do the table read of The Princess Bride. Raven, you already know Raven. I don't need to introduce. Raven needs no words because you know Raven, and I trust Raven. Dragapult, Primarina. Let's fucking go. Dinner is ready. Ding, 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 ding. Let's fucking party.
We've seen Raven take a life today already, so I'm a little worried for Danielle, but I think this will go okay.
Did we see Raven take a life already?
We sure did. I was in that ring.
That's fair. That's fair. I was at work still.
We got Dragapult using U-turn.
A decent hitting back with Moonblast.
Moonblast on the Stunfisk. Now we're seeing a regular ass Stunfisk, I believe is the technical term. Where it is not it is not what you call it. It is not the steel type one you find in Galar.
Chris saying the DM I got from Jay. Fire is ineffective against ground, you fucking walnut.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's a better burn than Chris got off on that Palisade.
Now, Beartic came in, used Icicle Crash, super effective, dealt a lot of damage, but left Stunfisk standing with 10% HP, and Stunfisk is able to get off some Stealth Rocks, which, honestly, if that's all that if that's all that your Stunfisk gets to do in a battle, that's enough.
That's kind of a dub, right there.
You know, like that is a good use of a Pokemon. Primarina's out, stones are digging in. Shout out to Pointed Stones, the things that are doing the most damage the entire game.
It's true. I love when Jay types something and I read it in their voice, and I hear the "I'm just saying" like in the chat. We have another neck and neck fight here too, which I'm really enjoying. Like so far, like everywhere they're trading blows back and forth. It's kind of a lockup, right? Thunderous, love to see you. Love to see you.
So far, Raven is using this Dragapult as a pivot, using U-turn in order to pivot to the Pokemon that they want for the specific matchup, which is a cool use for the Pokemon. It is a little harder to pull off in a format like this, where your opponent's swapping out Pokemon just as often as you are. So it's kind of hard to get a real read on what the best swap in for at any given moment is. Now, Scolipede has Speed Boost, which means that every turn it spends on the field, it's going to raise its speed. Bad news is, this is a format where you don't stay on the field very long.
Yeah, but does it stack?
Like in Pokemon, once you swap out, unless it's a status effect, it gets reset.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, Dragapult, it's been a pleasure to meet you. Goodbye. That is our first blood here. Now, we watched these two kind of competitors circle each other. And they, in wrestling, there's a term, and it's locking up. It's when you see them go like this. And they're really trying to figure out the strengths and weaknesses. It's poking and prodding at a shield, Andrew, trying to find the weakness. And you're
doing
see
damage checks. Yeah.
After this happened, Danielle was able to find the weakness in the shield there. Was able to get that hit in. And now we've seen the 4 of each of their teams. Crustle is really getting its shit rocked. Quagsire, again,
Oh, no, go ahead.
We see in those lockups, you see one big move. You see another big move. It's back and forth and back and forth. And that is, again, what we're seeing right now. I'm scared, Andrew. I'm scared.
Here's what happened here. Crustle used Shell Smash, which is an incredible move. It raises your attack, special attack, and speed by a lot, but you do lower your defense and special defense when you do it. And it looked like that Crustle was going to go down to that Quagsire, but it didn't quite pull it off. So,
I'm sorry, continue.
No, go right ahead.
in chat, someone going, how effective is punching real sand? Regular sand is punched just fine. And people say, go punch sand, go pound sand as like a fuck off saying, because it's like, go do something worthless, you idiot. Like, it is like how the saying goes. It's like, you are dumb and go through dumb stuff. Pounding sand is like kicking rocks or fighting ghosts. Go punch the air. Sorry, Andrew, you fire away. Come climb back in.
To be clear, kicking rocks is a very good strategy in Pokemon. But so that Crustle tried to set up with a move that would just like basically go all out and say, you know what, I'm getting in there. But Quagsire was kind of able to punish that. It got off a Scald against it, which it was super effective. And it also left it burnt, which meant that it cut its attack, even though it had been boosted already. So I think Quagsire won in that. And you can see that. I mean, Crustle's in the ground now.
Crustle's in the earth. Crustle has returned back to the crust.
We got a Snorlax on the field over on Raven's side now. I do love a good Snorlax.
Snorlax is a Pokemon I've always really respected because I like a guy who, and especially when they're big, when they get bigger, that's a great way to try to defend against that fighting attack. And I think, you know, Snorlax already has a ton of health. This is a great way to get it that it's even more health.
Yeah, it is Dynamax to fight off. That superpower might have been lethal if it was just a regular sized Snorlax, but by doubling its own HP there, it's able to really survive a turn that it might not have otherwise and get out a kill against that Primarina.
It is back and forth. They are trading blows like behemoths.
Truly, this one still feels like anyone's game.
Yeah. I was looking at the chat and saw when Marn said that, oh yeah, we tested each of these fights. They should take about 5 minutes each. That is hilarious to me, given the situation we have found ourselves in as time has progressed.
We have found some much grindier matches here.
Oh, are we going to be able to get another hit in on Scolipede and clear it out?
Oh wow, we got a lot of this. That is the first half of the bracket that we're through, huh?
Andrew, I don't know if you've been looking at the chat, but I believe that this is now a 2-day event.
Are we gonna try? Okay, well, I'm down to do this more tomorrow. If we need to split the bracket.
We do need to split the bracket up. We'll have 2 events now, and I believe that one is going on top of something. I think the late night bracket, the late night clip is getting moved back on Saturday, and we'll be staying up later so that way we can Pokemon beautifully.
Okay, that sounds fine.
Yeah, because this is too fun. I don't want it to be faster. I don't want it to be. I want it to party. I'm having a blast out here.
Stunfisk swaps in, gets hurt by spikes, and goes down.
Yep. Thunderous, I hate to watch you come, and I love to watch you leave. Eat shit.
This has been some real haymakers back and forth, but it still kind of feels like it could be anyone's game. Both players still have a hidden Pokemon.
They do, and I have to wonder what that is. One of the things that this reminds me of is, oh, goodbye, Quagsire. Quagsire is out of here. It feels like the end of Metal Gear Solid 4, where they're punching each other back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, just 2 old men slugging it out at the end of the world.
Pokemon, go to moonshot.twitch.com. Absolutely. Oh, there goes that. And now we're going to see the final Pokemon. Can it provide a 3 Pokemon sweep and get Raven to success? Get my girl to the rafters. BEM.
BEM. I
hate this idiot.
I don't know that BEM has the chops to fight through 2 Pokemon that it does not have a strong matchup against, and a mystery Pokemon. Raven is clearly on the back foot here. We get Icicle Crash, which strong move, swaps over and flinches the BEM.
Oh, that has nailed Coffin out. Like, it is not happening from here.
A heat wave comes in. Beartic comes back out. Shadow Ball's not gonna quite do it, and
No. We're not even going to see that final Pokemon. The disrespect on that.
we are not
Lord
even
in
gonna
heaven.
see that last Pokemon.
Wow. Good match. That felt neck and neck until suddenly, like we said, when you're testing for weaknesses the entire time, eventually you find one. You keep working the leg. You keep applying pressure. You are going to win that match. And that's what we saw right here. We saw Danielle continue to swing, continue to fight. And they pulled out on top. I don't know what to tell you.
What
I don't
a
know what
fight.
to tell you.
Standing stones, more like slaying stones.
It's true. It's fucking true.
All right, we gotta rip through this. Who's our next matchup, Riley?
Do we have to rip through this? What time? We got 30 minutes. We're closing in. Our next matchup is going to be.
That means it's taken an hour and a half for the first half. If we can do math.
But the problem is, I want to do all the promos, and so I have to show these promos.
We are showing promos.
Next up is Wheels and Manic, I believe. I need a link from those in the chat. If you could wrangle that bad boy up for me while I get these set up, I appreciate it. And so I'm going to show both of these bad boys. Manic provided us with audio, so please prepare your ears for audio here as we hear the sounds that Manic has presented.
Hello, I'm Manic Volcanic. Actually, I'm not Manic, I'm just a voice speaking on his behalf. I've never met him, and I'm merely saying what he's feeding me. He was asked to cut his own promo for this strange Pokemon tournament, but because he can't help himself, he made this instead.
Right now we're just listening. Oh shit, I skipped. I skipped Jay and Ruby, I'm sorry.
I'm Wheels, and I'm too profound to understand what goes in wrestling promos.
Wheels,
Here are my
no,
Pokemon
it didn't. Wheels filmed theirs in portrait.
This one's Minchino. This one's Chespin.
Hello, I'm Manic Volcanic. Actually,
Well, I love how each promo has their own fucking personality in it. It fucking rules. Ding, 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 ding. Hit the fucking bell. Let's get trucking right here. Manic Volcanic versus Wheels.
Manic's here on the left. I gotta say, this immediate matchup of Mineshaw versus Tyranitar is very scary if you're on Wheels' side of the field. Tyranitar is 4 times weak to fighting the type of Mineshaw. I would swap to... if I were in Wheels' shoes, I would try to swap over to something else, but they might have their own ideas.
If I was in Wheels' shoes, I would simply do the right thing in this situation.
If I were in Wheels' shoes, I would simply give Wheels the shoes back.
Oh, I want to make sure they saw that I dung them. Ding, ding. We both tagged them at the same time in the chat. And hey,
Swap
there
to Ninjask, which resists it. That's a good swap on Wheels' end. Now,
They are
Ninjask,
professional. They have a history as a Pokemon podcaster. They know Pokemon in their heart, in their soul.
They
Ooh,
do.
He tried with a balloon.
It's got a little balloon.
That's so silly.
Coming in, hanging onto a little balloon. It's just like that movie Up. You can't hit Heatran with the ground anymore.
No,
you
that's
got
what
you got to
movie's
pop.
about.
Yeah, you got to pop that balloon before that Heatran will fall.
This is going to be another one of those cerebral matchups, you know what I mean? It is two people that know what the fuck they're doing up against each other, and I think that is what's going to make it the most impressive thing.
Yeah, Acrobatics deals a good chunk of damage, pops that balloon, so Heatran is now vulnerable to ground-type moves.
Okay, alright, okay. That could be big, Tyranitar is back out on the field. Stealth Rock has been deployed. A sandstorm is raging.
Sandstorm and Stealth Rocks. We've seen how much this little bits of chip damage do. Let's see if they end up kind of hitting as hard as we think they will. Now, do we have a poll going for this round?
We don't have a poll going for this round because I forgot that is a thing that I can and should be doing.
I'll do that right now.
Raven did win the poll last time, but unfortunately did not actually make their way out of there. So let me just go back and say correctly that Danielle got the dub. And you have the poll set up?
Yep, it is now up.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Got Max Darkness coming in on that Mind Show.
I want to believe in
gonna deal some damage, lower the special defense of Mind Show, but comes in, gets that Max Guard to take a turn off of Mind Show. Now, does that force Mind Show to swap out if they're protected? It doesn't look like it. It looks like we're starting turn 5.
Well, there's a pause right here, right? That could be the swap out.
It looks like that happened last turn in turn 4. I'm looking at the battle log as it goes through.
That's fascinating. That's fascinating. Tyranitar has shrunk back down to normal size and is out, and Ninjaska's back. Took heavy damage from those Stealth Rocks and is going to get the deal sealed on those punches back. Heartbreaking, heartbreaking, heartbreaking.
Wheels uses it as a pivot. By doing that, Wheels gets to see what Manic sends out and choose a Pokemon accordingly. Now, Manic sent out Galvantula, which is a very quick Pokemon. So unless Wheels can deal with that speed, this swap strategy isn't going to be as helpful as it could have been.
Mm-hmm.
That's Eldegoss, a cute little puff that is one of my favorite Pokemon to use in Unite. It's a good supporter that lets me float around the field and heal people.
So we go over here. Gotta get the other promo that just got sent to me. Lining stuff up. Alright. Alright. Galvantula is a Pokemon I love deeply. I hate bugs in real life, but I love bugs in Pokemon because they are just like, what if a bug was bigger and cute? Sticky Web, what does that do?
Now, Galvantula uses Sticky Web. That's a great move. What that does is it sets a trap on the... Oh. So, what happened is it set a trap on the field that every Pokemon sent out on Wheels' side would have their speed lowered. But Eldegoss used Rapid Spin, which deals a little bit of damage and swaps out for another Pokemon.
We saw that a lot in one of the earlier matches up with Tentacool, clearing off all the Jeff. Jeff was clearing off the shit on the field with that.
So the Stealth Rocks are gone. That Sticky Web is gone. Essentially, Manic just wasted that turn.
Yes, but Tyranitar is still out here. It's still a neck and neck. It is. They are. We watched a very offensive game with the last game. This feels much more defensive. This is two people keeping their hands up and waiting for an opening.
Tyranitar just used Dragon Dance to crank up their speed, but it's not enough to outspeed that Mind Show. That's what I was curious about. Mind Show's a very quick martial artist, and Wheels is now down 2 Pokemon to Manic. Manic still has 6 with respectable health and no whatchamacallits, no hazards on their side.
No hazards on the field, 3 Pokemon hidden. Manic may have this. Manic, if I understand correctly, and Martin, please correct me. Manic is one of the Boston Crabs, the Baltimore Crabs. Manic is one of the Baltimore Crabs who's coming here to kick ass as a ringer for Marn. If I remember
I didn't realize Marn was bringing ringers in other than me.
No, you're not one of the. You think you're. That's fine.
You saw my first match.
I did see your first match.
Double's coming out for Wheels' side. Sticky Webs is coming down. It looks like Manic is taking the opportunity to try and set back up. Swap over to Arctozolt after a good hit. Arctozolt's a funny little dude.
I often say the Boston Crabs, and I don't know why. And I'm sorry to my beautiful friends in Baltimore. Arctozolt, I love Arctozolt. Little fucked up little guy. Fucked up little idiot.
Now,
they're pausing, they're looking at each other, they're considering what is happening across the field from them.
Now, Chris in the chat says that a Boston Crab is a wrestling move.
That's why Boston Crab was in my brain first before Baltimore Crabs, because I used to do a Boston Crab. That's exactly it. That's exactly where it's coming from.
Swap back out to Heatran, eats an Icicle Crash, but doesn't deal too much damage to it. Wheels is... At some point, you kind of have to stop saying that they're on the back foot and just accept that someone has fallen over backwards.
Yep. They're scrambling. They're trying to get back on their feet, and I hope they can do it. I really, really do. I'm just scared. I'm just scared for them.
We got a Latios coming out in the back. This is a Dragon Psychic type. Powerful Pokemon. Is it going to be powerful enough to kind of overcome this gap? Who could say? Gonna use Calm Mind, start cranking its own special attack and defense, but Heatran's gonna use a Toxic. That means that Latios can't really sit in and... Now, normally this would be a nice stall against Pokemon that are trying to set up and sweep, because you can kind of say, you know what, if you're gonna take your turns and crank your stats, I'm gonna sit here and just let it start hurting you. But in this situation, using something like Calm Mind, you're trying to set up for just a stronger hit next turn, and then you're losing those bumps. So swapped over to Mineshow off that attack. Now, Latios is not... Well, they're pretty similarly sped to Mineshow. I think Mineshow might have a point or two over Latios, and it looks like it did. Latios held on with 4% HP. It lost a Life Orb, so it's not going to do as much damage, but now Manic has to decide what Pokemon should take the move Latios has planned, and it's going to take a Psyshock and go down. I think order of operations, I do think that Latios gets to swap out before it would die to Toxic, so we will see another move out of it, but Manic was able to protect the Mineshow that seems to be their biggest threat so far.
I'm scared. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm scared.
This is a tough matchup. And this Heatran doesn't have... Wheels doesn't have a strong counter for this Heatran. So whatever this Heatran... Oh, and it gets off a Lava Plume that doesn't quite kill, but it does burn Arctozolt. That's gonna weaken
the deal, right?
Whatever comes next. It's a Stomping Tantrum. It's gonna weaken that, deal a little bit of damage. Does burn do enough to kill? I'm not sure, but 6% is so low. Arctozolt is going to swap out. It's going to swap out, but there are 2 Pokemon on Wheels' team that can survive 1 turn's worth of attacks. And there are 3 hidden Pokemon in Manic's side.
That does not feel good. I'm not a professional, you know? I'm not someone who knows immediately what's going to happen, but I don't.
Poison Jab from Mineshow gets the poison on Eldegoss. And that is a Galarian Slowbro. I'm sorry, is that Slow King? Galarian Slow King.
Respect the man.
Bow down. No gods, no kings, just this guy.
just whatever this guy's got going on.
Wheels had an out here, and that was to hit with a Sleep Powder, but it misses. They follow up with another Sleep Powder. Eldegoss gets the hit. Slowking's going to have to take a turn off. We swap into Dubwool, and again, Dubwool on the sticky webs loses some of its speed.
I don't fucking know what they can bring to this that will actually get the W here. I don't know like how Wheels could pull this off, because it feels insurmountable to me. It feels like it's just not going to happen, but I have to believe in my friend. I have to believe in the power of magic, you know?
Yeah, Dubwool's charging up for a powerful body press, but it doesn't quite do very much damage at all. Sleeper of the Bed has it right. Slowking's the only king I'll pay my taxes to. Absolutely.
All right, Latios is out. Is Lati out? Grizzly, I listen. People are full of differences and ups and downs in their life. You just have to respect when I say some things, okay?
Stomping Tantrum gets a little bit of damage on the Slowking, but not a lot. That burn is really hurting Wheels' Pokemon.
I want to believe.
Wakes up and misses Fire Blast. Now, depending on what Double's ability is, there's a chance it has the ability Fluffy that makes it lose take extra damage from fire moves. That Fire Blast took it from 100 to nothing.
All right, Wheels.
We see a Toxtricity as one of the backup Pokemon. Another Pokemon that Wheels does not quite have a matchup against.
This might be it might be. I'm beginning to fear that it might be Crabs all the way down.
Now here's the real question. They're gonna knock out Eldegoss. Now, is Manic gonna be respectful and show us the last Pokemon? They are. Orbeetle is.
They are.
We see the Orbeetle. Arctozolt comes in. And whatever happens next turn, Arctozolt will die. If not to something the Orbeetle does, Orbeetle doesn't even respect its opponent. It sits down, it calms its mind, and it lets the burn take out Arctozolt.
Yep, and there we go.
That's the ball game
matchup. In the interest of keeping things moving, I'm going to cut immediately to the next match. We're not going to talk about that because also, we've had people give money to the get a new inscription card and get a new get an item for the inscription thing. So I need to showcase that, and that is going to come and then follow 2 promos. So bada bing, bada boom.
Let's do that after this event wraps up. Between this and if not a
too late. I am already going.
Showing off the items is?
Oh yes. You're gonna get a bird card.
Okay.
And I have it available to my side and a big fucked up baby.
My name's Jay.
You got a new item for inscription.
And my first word was Beedrill.
Let them figure out what that means. Don't worry, I know it's too big. I'm fixing it.
No, I'm checking.
Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. What am I trying to grab? I'm trying to grab this Y'all sending your videos too big. Gamer zone, please. Gotta shrink this guy down. Bada boop. Bada boop. Transition. And we scroll back. We hit play.
Are you seeing video play right now, Riley?
I was. Were you not?
Oh, it is frozen? Is this...
No, I saw the fucking... I saw Ruby's promo. Do you see Ruby's promo?
Mm-hmm. My name's Jay.
Gotcha. And then in that case...
And my first word was...
play is Jay's promo. Which should come up right...
My name's Jay. I'm 27.
No.
And my first word was Beedrill.
So just audio.
So why do I want to win the Pokemon Showdown tournament? Well, I would argue it's a little bit less a matter of wanting and more a matter of, answering a divine calling. I mean, I've thought about Pokemon since the moment I was born. Bulbasaur. Ivysaur.
They're hearing it.
Venusaur. Nervous? Why would I be nervous? Listen, Ruby, my round 1 opponent, didn't even realize that Slugma was a Generation 2 Pokemon. That Rube went through their whole childhood thinking Slugma was introduced in Generation 3. Are you kidding me? Plane Badge. Fog Badge. Listen, I share my birthday with Junichi Masuda, director of the Pokemon video games, and I'm worried that if I lose, he is going to file the paperwork to legally change it. Do not let this dark future come to pass. My name's Jay. I'm 27, and my first word was Beedrill.
With that, I believe it is time to party. Ding, ding, ding. Jay and Ruby begin the matchup. Hi.
Alright, we're ready to start a match.
We are. Everything keeps happening. I do have the the Sparrow card that has been drawn for Inscription. We start off with a Glare from Heliolisk.
Ooh, paralyzes the Lucario.
This is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting.
I'm surprised that nothing else is happening.
They're thinking. They're processing over there.
Oh, right. I forget that Heliolisk has to swap out. I don't know why I don't remember how this event works. Lucario doesn't get a chance to move.
Oh my god. Oh my
god. Jay sets up with a paralyzing that little dog, and Lucario's on the back foot.
Jay's gonna start swinging, and I think Jay's gonna beat this furry's ass. I'm scared.
Sandslash hits a knockoff, which
takes off
raises Lucario's attack. So it loses a band, but it raises its attack. I think ultimately it's left with a little bit less HP than it had before, but that's still a powerful close combat onto an Alakazam. Lucario's going to swap out, but Alakazam is taking a hefty blow.
All right, make this quick.
Serena, I think, probably near the top of whatever Pokemon scale y'all were talking about before. The gambit of Pokemon, if you will. Alakazam's hitting a Psychic. And a Dracovish.
Look at this.
Knocked off the Choice Band. That is very... Knockoff is a powerful move.
This is a speed battle. These two are just punch, move. My eyes can't follow it. The paralyzed Lucario is back out here. Are they gonna be able to get anything off? Are they gonna be able to do anything this fucking match? No, they're not. They're out of this. A Vicious Rend.
Vicious Rend deals extra damage if it gets to go first. So even though it didn't have that choice band anymore, it still did more than enough damage to take out that Lucario. What a powerful Pokemon. What a powerful move. Dracovish and Vicious Rend were a real menace in competitive play, and they continue to prove how strong they are in these matchups.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Glare. Weakening that Serena, and Serena paralyzed. I feel like this is a beatdown.
This combination of paralysis and Vicious Rend could be a very strong 1-2 punch for Jay in these matches. Jay's lost Sandslash, but
that wasn't part of the team, you know?
Yeah. And a Turtonator comes in next. Turtonator, that's a fire type that is slow and weak to water. It looks like Heliolisk is getting sent out here, but kind of wondering if it's even necessary. Unless Jay's just here, set him up in the early match, get as many paralyses as we can, and then follow up. Maybe that's the play, but either way, I think Jay is in a solid position with these paralysis speed controls.
That's kind of what I'm thinking they're doing. I think they're setting up that the fucking a misplay. Draco Meteor.
They swapped Dracovish into a Meteor.
The strategy is off. The strategy is broken.
Now
it's anybody's ball game.
Now, just because that's off the table doesn't mean that there's still a strong follow up here. Because Ruby's still sitting here with 2 paralyzed Pokemon. That amount of speed control is just very important in any match of Pokemon, but oof, what a powerful hit.
Oofa fucking doofa.
Yeah, the 1-2 punch of Oofa and Doofa coming in clutch. Our poll's about to close. I know that it's more fun to get in early, but you do have a few more minutes to get in your votes for who you think is going to win this match.
I'm getting in my vote right now. I think the big pause here says how much Jay's whole strategy has been thrown off. Jay's whole plan has been put to the wind.
No, I think
Tossed into the
Ruby's
sky.
Ruby's the one that has to pick. They have to pick a swap Turtonator. Judging by their in-game chat, it seems that Ruby forgot they had to pick a new Pokemon.
That is extremely funny and makes me laugh so hard.
Whiscash and Galvantula, what a strong choice.
All right.
Whiscash, one of my favorite Pokemon. The surprise MVP of my...
It doesn't affect?
So, Whiscash is a ground-type water Pokemon, so it's immune to electric moves. One of the surprise MVPs of my my Arceus playthrough was my Alpha Whiscash.
Hey, and there is Tapu Lele again.
There's the
third
Tapus.
Tapu Lele.
Bringing back the Tapus.
Oh, it's time to Tapu off this stream. Am I right, gamers? Okay, all right. Volt switch, Galvantula hit, get out. I am riveted by what I am seeing in front of me. I am on pins and needles.
Ruby has voted for Jay to win. I'm worried that there's some bet fixing in the chat.
This to me seems like it might be a little bit off kilter, but what do I know? Vaporeon is here. Tapu Lele. Where? It feels still like anyone's game because I do feel like Jay is stumbled a little bit, but they are getting this paralyze off on everybody.
Mm-hmm. And I think Jay's in here for the long game. I think that they are in the let's get off some paralyses.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
big Vaporeon.
Ooh, tried to get off a Thunderbolt, which would have killed the Vaporeon if Ruby hadn't Dynamaxed it.
Yes.
Getting that doubled health to get some extra bulk on an already bulky Pokemon.
A genius move, a top tier play.
Swaps over to Whiscash, eats a Hailstorm, which sets some hail up. That's going to chip away at both teams.
But Vaporeon's got leftovers. That's something at least. And now it's got the Lightning Pokemon off the fucking board.
Yeah, the Lightning Pokemon is off the field for now. Whiscash is in play. That Whiscash does kind of seem to shut down Galvantula and Turtonator. So now they could swap over to
Whiscash is Dynamaxed.
Ooh, a Max Geyser and a Max Quake. Throwing haymakers back and forth. Now, Whiscash has heightened special defense at this point.
Boy.
In the end, Whiscash survives that turn.
Hail gone.
Hail is gone, but rain is set up. Ruby has an artificially slowed Serena against Whiscash, which is already a pretty slow Pokemon. It's anyone's game to be quicker. But a Max Guard prevents the Power Whip.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Now, the poll is currently finalized. It looks like people are betting... Oh, they bet that Manic would beat Wheels, and that was correct. But is there... Did we not set a new poll?
We did, I thought.
Maybe I'm looking at old data from the Twitch dashboard I'm looking at.
Alright. We have another Pokemon down. Turtonator's back out here, not in a great type matchup, but maybe it can get something off fast enough.
It's liquidation on Turtonator. Now, Turtonator, as someone in chat pointed out, I did say before it was weak to water. It is neutral because of the dragon typing. So it didn't quite take as much damage as I expected it to, but Turtonator hitting with an Earthquake.
Okay, it's still raining.
It is currently 4-3 in the Pokemon count. But it does feel like it's anyone's ball game.
Galvantula back out. Tapu Lele ponderous. Thinking. 52-48, Jay's favor. Oh, that's close. That's neck and neck. Oh.
Jay has an extra Pokemon, but one of them is Whiscash, who's currently at 7% HP. And this Tapu Lele's down to 13.
Oh.
Turtonator's down. Tapu Lele doesn't quite die to its own... doesn't quite lose to its own life orb. So Tapu Lele and Whiscash are still standing. Heliolisk is at a
basically
high
full health.
Yeah, and there's a mystery Pokemon still on Ruby's side. I think that we are leaning in favor of Jay here, but there's a chance that a comeback could be pulled off. Jay's Pokemon are low enough HP that if there's something powerful waiting in the back, Galvantula sets up a sticky web.
Ooh.
Ruby's playing to their outs, and there's a chance that they can pull this off. They're lowering the speed of everything that comes in after them. All of Jay's Pokemon are going to come in at pretty low HPs. Let's see how this plays out.
Ruby might have some motherfucker that's fast as shit back there, and I can't wait to see what they have.
I'm desperate to know what this. They have to swap at the end of this turn, so we are currently waiting on Ruby to swap, and the suspense is killing me.
I need to know. It's dramatic. Cramorant.
Everyone's favorite Pokemon in Pokemon Unite.
All right. And Heliolisk, not a good matchup. Is it fast enough to get a hit in?
Is a fast Pokemon. I'm not sure that even with the speed drop, I'm not sure that it is slower than Cramorant, and it is quadruple effective against Cramorant.
And you can't switch to Galvantula because that's just going to bury Galvantula.
Well, now one thing, Ruby could swap to Galvantula. Heliolisk attacks, kills the Galvantula, but he's forced to swap out the Heliolisk.
Oh, there we go.
And Superpower takes out Heliolisk.
The gamble was worth it.
It was slow enough. Oh, that speed control.
Damn.
Is Ruby going to get the reverse swap?
Oh, shit.
Jay's going to swap out Tapu Lele, who's at 3% HP, or Alakazam, who's at 28. Tapu Lele. Now, we're going to get the speed drop due to the sticky web. Did Ruby Knight pull off this comeback?
Volt Switch? Oh my god!
Volt Switch swaps it over to Cramorant.
Holy shit, it's
and
happening!
At this point, I think this is Ruby's game.
What a fucking comeback! Holy shit!
Superpower finishes Alakazam, and what a comeback!
Damn.
Do you remember how early we wrote off this game and said that Jay had this in the bag? Because they win 2-0.
Oh my god. What a comeback.
What a match.
God. Incredible work out there. You're going to remember where you were for the second to last match in the first round of the Moonshot Pokemon bracket.
What a match.
Oh,
I do want to say,
work.
If you are out there and want to support our battlers through these powerful plays, make a donation to Trans Lifeline. It's why we're all here. We're here to support Trans Lifeline, and every donation that is made in their name is really the best thanks and the best support you can give us.
And Andrew, I love that you're doing that. I support this. This is the last match. Argyle versus Ty. And Ty has a sore sight for us. We need to be strong right now. We need to be brave.
Hit us.
It's Kyurem. Do you see this?
I do. Do we have promos for these players, or are we just
promos? We don't have any promos. It's just ding, 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 ding.
Ding, ding, ding. Get this match going.
Kyurem wiped us on Nuzlocke. This Kyurem is a monstrosity, and I hate it.
Yup.
Betting is open. Oh, hold on. Argyle wants to know if he can come in and do a promo. Yeah, Argyle, hop onto the live stream real quick and cut it. I gave everyone a 1 minute timer, so feel free to pop on into here if you're in the live stream really quickly. But I need you to be fast. Argyle, what do you have to say before this match?
I just want to say to Ty, I may be from another network, I may be from out of town, but I've been to Kalos, I've been to Kanto, I've been to Unova, I've been to Alola, and everybody is wanting me to save this from this tournament. Your name may be Ty, but there will be no ties tonight, my friend. Pokemon enter. No more than 6 will leave. You have my respect, but only if you win this. Bye.
Thank you for those words. Get out there. Get out there. You know, Argyle, great job. Ty, still fuck him up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
We
Ding,
got
ding, ding. The bell is rung.
Braviary versus Kyurem.
Yep.
It's a good matchup. I like both of these Pokemon. I am looking to find the match for myself, but I no longer remember how any of our Discord chats work.
Check this one right here at the bottom.
I got it.
Braviary has Dynamax to open it up, deflecting an Icicle Spear out the gate hit 2 times.
Powerful opener.
All right, Argyle here with respect to Noise Space Network. Ty here with respect to us and Uppercut. There's so much on the line for this last matchup.
Ty's gonna swap out Kyurem. What are they gonna swap to? My gut tells me that Braviary might hit a max flying move. Is what I'm. That's my prediction. They can't change anything now, so I feel like I'm safe to say it out loud. Let's make sure that Ty knows that we have to swap to a new Pokemon now.
Yes,
there we go.
Yes.
Ditto.
Oh.
Ooh.
Not
Braviary
enough, though.
comes in and just says, "Oh, you think you're me? I'm me.
I'm
me." He says. Braviary gets a powerful hit. It seems like Argyle's strategy here is saying, you know what? This battle has some wacky rules, but Dynamaxes aren't affected, so I'm getting a Dynamax, and I'm just going to hit as hard and as fast as I can.
This is kind of the benefit of going last, is you get to see how everything is played out. You get to learn from everyone else that's come in front of you. So, like, Argyle has had a chance to really ponder, really prepare. And you know, watching the tape has its results, and you can see it right here. All right, Kyurem is back out here. Terravolt online.
Now, the other question is, does Argyle want to... Now, it's weak to Kyurem, both as an ice Pokemon. Does Braviary want to swap out to another Pokemon and lose an extra turn of Dynamax? No, they don't. They just say, fuck you.
You get that critical hit.
Max Airstream, we're going fast.
Are we getting a sweep?
I didn't think a first Pokemon sweep was possible in this format.
I learned something new every day. Dreadnought is out here, the big mouth.
Dreadnought. I will say, Dreadnought is a great Pokemon, but I love eating them. In Pokemon Unite, I love destroying as many Dreadnoughts as I can. These things are just little turtles full of experience for my whole team.
Almost got the other one hit. Almost one more OHKO on Dreadnought.
Almost a 3-for-1 out of Braviary so far.
Christ alive.
Now, Braviary's going to swap, and Ty has no idea what's going to hit them, because they got 5 Pokemon left on the other side for Argyle. Ty's got an uphill fight ahead of him.
No, that man is going to die. I'm going to watch my friend die.
We've talked about the back foot a lot in these matches. Sometimes I was wrong. But wow.
Yep. All right, Alola era Raichu is out. Got hit with the liquidation. Almost a one-hit quit, but it lives. Dreadnought goes out, but after dealing a heavy damage to Raichu. Man, is that worth it?
Dreadnought goes down because of the Life Orb. It let it do some extra damage against Raichu, but also means that it goes down as well. Crocodile comes down, gets off an Intimidate, which means that Raichu, if it was a physical move, wouldn't hit as strong, but something tells me Raichu's going to be a special type battler, so not the strongest thing here.
It's switch on any hit done anytime you swing, right? Anytime you swing,
correct,
you switch out. Crocodile is out. Raichu's still there,
still up with 1% of its HP after a Focus Blast, and Sigilif comes in. This has been a brutal battle.
Yeah, after how many neck and neck fights we see, like coming out of this one and just watching the stomp happen, it can't feel good. It can't feel positive.
It sure doesn't.
Energy ball.
I thought
that was gonna be another one hit. I swear to you.
watching this game so long, you just kind of assume.
Obama Snow. Argyle knowing that they don't need everybody. He's bringing out all the hits. Just ding, 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 ding.
And this hail from Obama Snow continuing to chip at everything left on Ty's side of the field.
It's not looking good. It's just not fucking looking good.
Diggersby goes down. We're left with just a Rotom Wash at 30% of its HP.
All right, Diggersby out. Andrew, I want to ask you, I know I'm speaking a little bit early, but Andrew, how does it feel to be the only Moonshot host that made it through the first round?
There's a reason that you all put me in charge of the network, you know?
I don't know how much of Moonshot's like structure is public.
I say it a lot.
Yeah, right. Hey, they don't call him God King of the Network, Andrew, for nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, have you not seen my Twitter profile? Yeah, Grizzly's right in the chat. I'm built different. I'm here to lead the team. What can I say? An energy ball from Sigilif.
Cleaned out, hit the timers. Is that I'm getting news? Is that a speed run? Is that Lord in heaven?
Ding,
that was
ding,
an amazing matchup, an amazing game, and that's it. That's all we have for the Pokemon matchup tonight. We are going to separate the rest of this bad boy out over 2 evenings because it's too much Pokemon for one evening alone, right? We've decided this. We can see that. So next up is Among Us, the final thing tonight, and the stretch goal y'all hit early on before we hit nearly every other fucking stretch goal.
Yeah.
So fucking thank you so much. Get ready for that. I'm going to cut to be right back, and we're going to get back in here with a huge game of Among Us where we are all going to be role playing some green friends.
If not sus, then who?
If not sus, then crew.
Ah.
And for those of you who have been watching all day, I'm going to give you the final Canine Crusher episode. From me to you.
Wisdom. Integrity. Unscripted. Unrelenting. It's Canine Crusher. Don't worry, Canine Crusher. I'll only kick your ass a little bit. Just because I saved your ass earlier today doesn't mean I'm not gonna whip you now if you come after me. Don't say I didn't warn you. Yes, nice one, CC. Damn right. Huh? Nice catch, Rebecca. Whoa. Awesome. Awesome, Rebecca. We actually make a pretty good horse-human team. All right, let's go, baseball boy. Crap, I've got a big web on me. Spider-Man. All right, Spider-Man, I know this isn't your true self, but if you want to go, well, then we can damn do this. Holy crap, Rebecca. This guy's dance moves are immaculate. Dang it. He's so good and strong at dancing. Oh. I gotta think outside the box on this one. I just wanna fly. Now I just wanna smash my fist. Whoa! Great, now what? Robert De Niro has a gun out. My cane, no! Spider-Man, you cut me right in my damn moneymaker. Ow! But I know you really didn't mean to. I'm gonna have to switch my fighting style to chaos mode if I'm gonna ever beat my strongest adversary, Spider-Man. Starting with a cartwheel kick. Now that he's distracted with my flurry of punches, I'm gonna get my damn cane. Okay, this is the final stretch, Spider-Man. You cannot mess with me. I'm serious. I'm gonna have to take it to new heights here. All right, well, you can block that. Can you block this?